Ladies and gentlemen, we often hear the phrase, success is a destination, a place we strive to reach, a goal we chase with relentless pursuit. But let me challenge that thinking today. What if success isn't something we arrive at, but something we experience every single day? What if success is not a destination, but a journey? Success is not a fixed point in time. It is not a singular achievement that you can check off a list. It is a constant evolution. It's a journey of growth, of learning, and of becoming the best version of yourself. Every step you take toward that goal, every hurdle you overcome, and every setback you face is part of the path. Success is not about the final destination. It's about who you become while you travel the road. Let's talk about purpose. When you understand why you're on this journey, success stops being just a distant dream and starts becoming a daily experience. Your why gives every action meaning. It makes the long hours, the sacrifices, and the challenges worth it. Your purpose doesn't just guide you, it propels you forward, keeping you grounded even when things get tough. It's not about where you're going, it's about why you're going there. And let's be honest, the road to success is not always smooth. There will be struggles. There will be days when you question whether it's worth it. But I want you to remember that it's in these struggles where the most growth happens. Success isn't about avoiding difficulties, it's about how you handle them. Each challenge, each obstacle is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. Your journey is shaped by the setbacks you face and the resilience you build in overcoming them. Success doesn't come from a single giant leap, it's the consistent, everyday actions that lead to real progress. Small steps, taken day in and day out, accumulate over time. It's not the bursts of motivation that create success. It's the unwavering commitment to show up, to keep going, and to stay consistent, even when it seems like the end is nowhere in sight. Every little bit counts. We must also remember that success is personal. Your journey will not look like anyone else's, and that's okay. There is no one-size-fits-all formula for success. What matters is what success looks like for you. It's about pursuing your passions, living out your values, and finding fulfillment in the process, not just the outcome. Don't measure your progress by someone else's standards. The only destination that matters is the one that aligns with your own vision and goals. Finally, I want to remind you of the importance of celebrating the process. Yes, the results matter, but so does the journey. Celebrate the progress you've made, the lessons you've learned, and the person you're becoming. When you do that, you'll realize that success is not a single moment. It's a collection of moments, of efforts, of growth. So remember this, success isn't about a destination you will eventually reach. It's about the journey, the lessons, the growth, the purpose, the struggles, the consistency, the joy in the process. That's what success truly is. Success is often misunderstood as a destination, a fixed point you reach after climbing a ladder, only to find that the view is exactly what you expected. But true success is not a one-time achievement, it is a constant evolution. It's a process that transforms you from one moment to the next. The notion that success is final, that it's a singular event you can check off a list, limits our potential and stunts our growth. Instead, success is an ongoing journey that adapts and molds you with every experience, challenge, and decision you make. When we think of success, we tend to visualize a specific point in time, the promotion, the award, the recognition, or the financial milestone. And while these external markers may be part of success, they are not the entirety of it. They are simply milestones along the path. Success at its core is about the evolution that takes place within us, the transformation we undergo as we pursue our goals. It's a shift in mindset and character, a development of skills, resilience, and the ability to face adversity. True success is measured not by where you end up, but by who you become in the process. This idea of success as a constant evolution means that there is no final moment when you have made it. As soon as you reach one goal, there is always another one to strive toward, a new challenge to conquer, and a new level of growth to reach. It's like running a race that never ends, except this race isn't about getting to the finish line, it's about becoming the best runner you can be. Each step, each improvement, each moment of overcoming doubt or hardship is a part of the success you're building. Along this journey of evolution, we face obstacles that shape us and guide us toward the next stage of our growth. These challenges are not roadblocks, but opportunities to refine our abilities and deepen our understanding. Think about the most significant moments of your life, whether they were victories or failures. It's likely that these experiences didn't just change your circumstances, they changed you. You emerged stronger, wiser, and more capable of handling the next phase of your journey. That's success. The ability to navigate and learn from everything that comes your way, whether it's easy or difficult. One of the most powerful aspects of success as evolution is that it's not a race against others, but a personal journey. Each person's path is unique, shaped by their individual circumstances, values, and vision. What success looks like for one person may be entirely different for someone else. This understanding allows you to focus on your own growth without being distracted by comparisons to others. Success in this sense becomes an intimate process, something you create for yourself, based on your own goals, desires, and sense of purpose. Moreover, success, as evolution calls for, patience. In today's fast-pacing world, we often expect immediate results. We want to see the fruits of our labor right away, but true growth takes time. The smallest efforts, the quiet moments of dedication, the daily choices to keep going when you don't feel like it, all add up over time. These moments compound and eventually lead to something much greater than what any single instant of effort could produce. Success is about trusting the process and embracing the journey, even when the destination feels far off. As you evolve, you'll find that your definition of success changes. What you once thought would fulfill you may not hold the same importance anymore. The goals you once set may evolve as your understanding of what truly matters shifts. This is part of the beauty of success as a constant evolution. It is dynamic and fluid, adapting to the changes in your life and your growth as a person. Your ambitions will mature and your perspective will broaden, and this in itself is a sign that you're on the right path. Ultimately, success is about progress, not perfection. It's about the continuous effort to be better than you were yesterday. It's about the willingness to evolve, to keep pushing forward despite the setbacks, and to never stop striving for improvement. Success is not static. It's a living, breathing process that stays with you, guiding you, evolving you, and helping you grow. Embrace that evolution, because that's where the true power of success lies. Purpose is often described as the guiding force behind our actions, a reason for why we do what we do. It is the fuel that propels us forward, even when the path seems uncertain or challenging. When we have a strong sense of purpose, everything we do becomes more meaningful. It gives direction to our decisions, aligns our actions with our values, and provides a sense of fulfillment that no external achievement can replicate. The power of purpose lies not just in what it helps us achieve, but in how it transforms us along the way. Without purpose, it's easy to feel adrift, lost in the vast sea of choices and distractions that life presents. People often chase success, wealth, or recognition because they believe these things will bring happiness or fulfillment. However, these external rewards are often fleeting. Once we achieve them, we're left with an emptiness, as though something is missing. The truth is, what we truly crave is a deeper sense of meaning, something that connects us to a higher reason for being. Purpose provides that connection. When we are driven by purpose, we are no longer simply working to achieve a goal or satisfy an. Instead, we are working to fulfill something that is deeply personal, something that resonates with who we are and what we value. It's not just about the outcome. It's about the journey itself and how that journey aligns with our core beliefs and passions. Purpose makes every challenge worthwhile because it ties the struggle to something greater than ourselves. This sense of purpose can be especially powerful when faced with adversity. Life is rarely without difficulty, and at times we may feel overwhelmed or discouraged. In these moments, purpose acts as a source of resilience. It reminds us why we started in the first place and gives us the strength to keep going when everything else seems to be falling apart. It provides us with the clarity to see beyond the immediate obstacles and focus on the bigger picture. When we understand the why behind what we are doing, the how becomes easier to navigate. Purpose also plays a key role in personal fulfillment. It allows us to live authentically, true to our values and beliefs. When we have a clear purpose, we no longer feel compelled to chase after things that are not in alignment with who we are. Instead, we are able to make decisions that reflect our true selves, prioritizing what matters most to us and letting go of what doesn't. Because if any of these reasons allows you to succeed, don't restrict what you do. This authenticity brings a deep sense of satisfaction and peace because we know we are living in accordance with our purpose. Another remarkable aspect of purpose is how it connects us to others. When we act with purpose, we not only benefit ourselves, but we also create positive ripples that impact those around us. People are drawn to those who live with intention, who stand firm in their beliefs and are committed to something greater than themselves. Purpose has the power to inspire and unite, to foster collaboration and connection. It's through our shared purpose that we find common ground with others and build relationships that are meaningful and lasting. Moreover, purpose enables us to see the value in small actions. It shifts our perspective, so we no longer view tasks or responsibilities as mundane. Instead, every task, no matter how small, becomes a step toward fulfilling our larger purpose. This mindset transforms the way we approach daily life. Whether it's a small act of kindness, a difficult decision at work, or a challenge in our personal lives, when seen through the lens of purpose, these moments take on new significance. They are no longer obstacles or inconveniences, but opportunities to live out our purpose and grow closer to it. The power of purpose also acts as a compass, guiding us when we are uncertain. In times of doubt, purpose provides clarity. It's a constant reminder of why we are here and what we are working toward. Even when things don't go as planned or when the road seems unclear, purpose keeps us focused on what truly matters. It gives us the courage to step forward with conviction, knowing that our actions are aligned with something meaningful. In essence, the power of purpose lies in its ability to shape our lives in profound ways. It gives us direction, resilience, and authenticity. It inspires us to take action even when the path is difficult and provides the fulfillment we seek through meaningful engagement. When we live with purpose, we live with intention, and it is this intention that makes all the difference in how we experience the journey of life. Purpose is not just a destination, it is a way of living, and it is the foundation of true success. Struggles are an inevitable part of life. No matter how successful we become, how skilled we are, or how much we plan ahead, there will always be challenges that arise along the way. It's easy to view these struggles as obstacles, as things to avoid or overcome as quickly as possible. However, if we shift our perspective and learn to embrace the struggles we face, they can become powerful tools for growth, learning, and transformation. The struggles we experience are not just setbacks. They are opportunities for us to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. One of the most powerful aspects of struggle is its ability to teach us valuable lessons. When everything is going smoothly, it's easy to get complacent. But when we face challenges, we are forced to step outside of our comfort zones, to think differently, and to adapt to new situations. It's through these moments of discomfort that we often learn the most about ourselves. We discover our strengths, our weaknesses, and the depths of our perseverance. Every struggle, whether small or large, has something to teach us, and it's up to us to be open to those lessons. Moreover, struggles give us the opportunity to build resilience. Life is full of ups and downs, and the ability to navigate these changes with grace and determination is what separates those who achieve lasting success from those who give up when things get tough. Resilience is not something you are born with. It is something you develop over time through facing adversity and learning how to bounce back stronger. Each time we face a struggle, we have the choice to give up or to keep going. The more we choose to keep going, the more resilient we become. Over time, we learn that we are capable of handling much more than we ever thought possible. It's through overcoming struggles that we develop the mental and emotional fortitude necessary to tackle even bigger challenges in the future. Struggles also offer us an opportunity to refine our character. When we're faced with difficulty, we often have to make tough decisions. These decisions test our integrity, our values, and our patience. In these moments, we are challenged to rise to the occasion and act in alignment with our highest principles, even when it's hard. The way we respond to struggles reveals who we truly are. Do we act with integrity, or do we cut corners? Do we stay focused on our long-term goals, or do we let frustration lead us astray? The character we develop through struggles shapes the person we become, and that person is far stronger, wiser, and more capable than the one who has never faced hardship. Another critical element of embracing struggle is the growth it fosters. Success is not simply about achieving a goal. It's about the person you become in the process of achieving it. Struggles push us to grow, to evolve, and to stretch beyond what we thought we were capable. Without struggle, we would remain stagnant, never reaching our full potential. The challenges we face force us to develop new skills, think creatively, and adapt to changing circumstances. They help us break free from old habits and patterns that no longer serve us and push us toward new ways of thinking and being. In this sense, struggle is not something to be avoided. It is a catalyst for transformation. Embracing struggles also shifts our mindset from one of fear to one of empowerment. When we view challenges as opportunities rather than threats, we empower ourselves to take action, even in the face of uncertainty. This mindset enables us to move forward with confidence, knowing that no matter what obstacles we encounter, we are capable of handling them. It helps us see that our struggles are not signs of failure, but rather signs of progress. Every time we overcome an obstacle, we are that much closer to becoming the person we want to be and achieving the goals we set for ourselves. Finally, embracing struggles helps us build a deeper sense of gratitude. When things come too easily, we often take them for granted. But when we have to work hard for something, when we push through difficulties and emerge victorious, we gain a profound appreciation for what we have achieved. We learn to value the process, the effort, and the journey, not just the end result. The struggles we face along the way make the successes we achieve all the more rewarding. In conclusion, struggles are not something to be feared or avoided. They are an essential part of the journey towards success, growth, and personal transformation. By embracing the struggles we encounter, we open ourselves up to a world of learning, resilience, and self-discovery. We develop the strength to face future challenges with confidence, the wisdom to learn from our mistakes, and the character to rise to the occasion when needed. Embrace the struggles because in them we find the true essence of who we are and who we can become. In a world that constantly seeks quick fixes and instant results, it's easy to overlook the true power of consistency. We often admire the success stories of individuals who seem to have achieved greatness overnight, but what we don't see is the steady, relentless commitment behind their achievements. Growth doesn't come from sporadic bursts of effort. It comes from the small, consistent actions we take every single day. It's through this steady, persistent effort that we build the habits, skills, and mindset necessary to achieve lasting success. Consistency is not about doing everything perfectly or achieving instant results. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Consistency is about showing up day after day, even when the results aren't immediate, even when progress feels slow. It's about committing to the process, no matter how mundane or difficult it may seem. This is where true growth happens. By staying committed to our goals, even when the journey feels long and the finish line seems far away. One of the key reasons consistency leads to growth is that it compounds over time. Just as small drops of water can carve out canyons over thousands of years, consistent actions, no matter how small, can lead to profound results over time. Every effort you make, every small step forward contributes to building momentum. When you show up consistently, even on the days when motivation feels low, you're still making progress. It may not always be noticeable in the short term, but over time, these small actions accumulate, leading to significant transformation. Growth also comes from the habits we develop through consistency. Success isn't just about what we do in moments of inspiration, it's about the daily habits we form that support our long-term goals. These habits shape our behavior and mindset, whether it's waking up early, exercising regularly, reading, or practicing a particular skill. It's the routine, the daily commitment that builds the foundation for growth. By consistently practicing positive habits, we gradually rewire our brains to make these actions automatic, eventually making them a natural part of our lives. Moreover, consistency helps us build resilience. When we commit to something, we will inevitably face challenges, setbacks, and days when we don't feel like pushing forward. It's in these moments that the power of consistency shines through. The ability to keep going even when it's difficult builds mental and emotional strength. We learn to push past discomfort and doubt, and we realize that growth isn't always linear. It's often a series of ups and downs. Consistency teaches us to embrace these fluctuations, knowing that setbacks are not permanent and that progress is still being made even when it's not immediately visible. Another important aspect of growth through consistency is the feedback loop it creates. When we consistently take action, we start to gather data on what works and what doesn't. This ongoing process of trial and error is essential for growth. We learn what methods are most effective, what obstacles we need to overcome, and how to refine our approach. Consistency doesn't just lead to progress, it leads to learning and adaptation. By committing to the process, we create opportunities to improve and evolve, which accelerates our growth in ways that occasional irregular efforts simply can't. Consistency also builds confidence. Every time you stick to your plan, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of achieving your goals. Even on days when the results aren't immediately visible, the act of showing up builds trust in yourself. This self-confidence becomes a driving force that propels you forward, allowing you to take on bigger challenges and pursue your goals with greater conviction. Over time, as your skills improve and your results become more visible, that confidence grows exponentially, reinforcing the power of consistency. Ultimately, growth through consistency is not about doing everything at once or achieving perfection. It's about taking small, manageable steps in the right direction and showing up for yourself every day. It's about the commitment to the process, even when the results are not immediately clear. With consistency, you create a foundation that supports long-term growth, helping you to build habits, overcome challenges, and develop the resilience necessary to succeed. So instead of focusing on instant results or trying to achieve everything in a single moment, embrace the power of consistency. It's through this steady, persistent effort that true growth takes root and leads to lasting success. Success is a deeply personal concept that varies from one individual to the next. In a world where society often sets standards and expectations for what constitutes success, wealth, fame, power, or social approval, it's easy to lose sight of the fact that success is not a universal formula. What one person sees as success might hold no value for someone else. Success is not defined by external benchmarks, but by the individual's unique journey, values, and goals. It is personal because it is shaped by what matters most to each of us as individuals. At the heart of personal success lies the recognition that fulfillment is not found in following someone else's path or measuring your life against others. Too often we compare ourselves to others, striving to meet societal ideals of success that may not align with our own desires or passions. For instance, one person may define success by the career they've built, while another may see it in the relationships they've cultivated or the impact they've made on their community. These differing definitions highlight the truth. There is no single version of success that works for everyone. The journey to success is as unique as each person's life experiences and aspirations. When success is personal, it is aligned with your authentic self. It reflects your values, passions, and the things that bring you true joy and purpose. Achieving success, therefore, is not about conforming to the standards set by others, but about pursuing the things that resonate with your soul. This can mean prioritizing personal growth, nurturing relationships, or committing to a cause that inspires you. When success is defined by your own standards, it becomes a reflection of who you are, not who society expects you to be. It provides a deep sense of fulfillment that cannot be matched by external achievements or validations. A key element of personal success is the freedom to define your own goals and pursue them without the pressure of comparing your progress to others. This freedom allows you to move at your own pace, to set goals that reflect your own desires, and to take pride in the progress you make along the way. It also means that failure, when it happens, is not a reflection of your inadequacy, but an opportunity for learning and growth. In fact, personal success often involves redefining failure. Instead of seeing setbacks as a sign that you're on the wrong path, you can view them as stepping stones, lessons that shape you into a more resilient and capable person. Success, in a personal sense, also means understanding that it is a continuous journey rather than a destination. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that success is something you achieve once and for all. When you reach the top of the career ladder, when you hit a specific financial milestone, or when you finally receive external recognition. But true success is a process of growth and evolution. As you evolve as a person, your definition of success may shift as well. What brought you joy and fulfillment at one point in your life may no longer hold the same significance in the future. Personal success is about embracing this fluidity and recognizing that it's okay for your goals to change as you grow. Moreover, the pursuit of personal success brings a sense of empowerment. When you align your goals with your own values, you reclaim control over your life. No longer are you driven by external expectations or societal norms. You are free to pursue what truly matters to you, creating a life that is meaningful and fulfilling on your terms. This autonomy is liberating. It gives you the power to chart your own course and to take ownership of your decisions, knowing that the success you're building is uniquely yours. A big part of personal success also involves recognizing and appreciating your progress. In a world that often celebrates the grand achievements, it's easy to overlook the smaller victories, the moments of growth, the lessons learned, and the resilience built along the way. These seemingly small steps are the foundation of true success. Acknowledging and celebrating them allows you to stay grounded and grateful for the journey rather than fixating solely on the end result. Personal success is about finding joy in the process, not just in the outcome. At its core, success is personal because it reflects who you are, what you value, and what you're willing to work toward. It's not about measuring up to the standards set by others, but about following your own path, overcoming challenges, and growing into the person you were always meant to be. When success is personal, it becomes a lifelong pursuit, a journey of growth, fulfillment, and meaning that is uniquely your own. And that in itself is the ultimate form of success. In a world that often prioritizes results, the process can easily be overlooked. We are taught to focus on the end goal, to measure success by the achievement of milestones, awards, or recognition. However, if we only celebrate the outcome and ignore the journey, we miss the true value of what it takes to get there. The process, the daily grind, the learning, and the growth that happen along the way are just as important, if not more so, than the final result. By learning to celebrate the process, we begin to appreciate the moments that shape us, build resilience, and lead to meaningful success. The process is where growth truly happens. It is in the steps you take, the decisions you make, and the habits you form along the way that your character is built. Success is rarely a smooth, linear path. It's often filled with setbacks, obstacles, and moments of doubt. If we are focused solely on the outcome, we miss the opportunity to learn from these challenges. The bumps in the road are often where the most valuable lessons are learned about ourselves, our goals, and the world around us. When we celebrate the process, we acknowledge the lessons that come from the hard work, the failures, and the perseverance required to keep moving forward. Celebrating the process also allows us to stay present. So often we are fixated on the future, on the what's next, that we forget to appreciate the here and now. The relentless pursuit of the end goal can create a sense of dissatisfaction where no achievement feels quite good enough because we are always looking ahead to the next thing. By focusing on the process, we shift our attention to what we can control in the present. Every small step we take is a victory in itself. Celebrating these steps keeps us grounded, reminding us that the journey is just as valuable as the destination. Moreover, the process teaches us patience and resilience. We live in a fast-paced world that often rewards instant gratification. We can order anything we want with a click, get immediate feedback on social media, and receive quick fixes for problems that used to require time and effort. But true growth doesn't happen overnight. It's in the repeated efforts, the ongoing dedication, and the consistency that we develop the skills and mindset needed to achieve success. By celebrating the process, we give ourselves permission to be patient with our progress. We accept that mastery takes time, and that failure is not something to fear, but a natural part of learning. When we focus on the process, we also develop a deeper sense of pride in our work. It's easy to feel like we're not doing enough when the outcome is the only thing that matters. We can become discouraged, comparing ourselves to others who may appear to be achieving success faster or more easily. But when we celebrate the process, we take pride in every effort, every challenge overcome, and every small improvement. This creates a sense of accomplishment that is not dependent on external validation. It's intrinsic. It's about knowing that the effort you put in, no matter how small it seems, is meaningful and contributes to your growth. Additionally, celebrating the process allows us to embrace the idea that success is not an end, but a continuous journey. The pursuit of a goal can often feel like a race with a finish line. We may work tirelessly to achieve that goal, thinking that once we reach it, we will be satisfied. But what happens when we get there? Often we find that the sense of accomplishment is short-lived and we are already thinking about what's next. By shifting our focus to the process, we realize that success is not a singular event, but an ongoing cycle of striving, learning, and growing. Every achievement is just a milestone in the larger journey of self-improvement and fulfillment. One of the most rewarding aspects of celebrating the process is the sense of joy it brings. When we let go of the pressure to constantly chase after the next goal or outcome, we can begin to find joy in the work itself. This joy comes from knowing that we are doing something meaningful, that every small effort contributes to our overall growth, and that success is not just about what we achieve, but about who we become along the way. When we learn to celebrate the process, we find satisfaction in the pursuit rather than in the outcome. Ultimately, celebrating the process is about shifting our mindset. It's about recognizing that the journey is where the magic happens. It's where we grow, where we face challenges, where we learn, and where we become the person we are meant to be. The outcome, while important, is only a part of the story. The real value lies in the steps we take along the way, the effort we put in, and the lessons we learn. When we celebrate the process, we create a more fulfilling, meaningful path to success, one that brings us joy, growth, and a deeper connection to our purpose.